Hi, fourth graders. It's homework time. Get out your Succeed book.
Today, work on lesson 5. Let's turn to page 23. We will look at the homework helper. Number 1 says label the units in the place value chart. Draw place value discs to represent each number in the place value chart. Use less than, greater than, or equal to compare the two numbers. Write the correct symbol in the circle. So these symbols mean less than and greater than. Here's a little reminder. When the pointy part points towards the left, dots is less than. When the pointy part points towards the right, that means is greater than. So when we compare the numbers, we have to write the correct symbol in the circle. Here we have 503,421 and 350,491. And they're comparing those two numbers. It says, I record the value of each digit using place value discs, placing 503,421 in the top half and 350,491 in the bottom half of the place value chart. I can clearly see and compare the unit with the greatest value. In this case, the hundred thousands is our greatest place value unit. 500 thousands is greater than 300 thousands. 503,421 is greater than 350,491. Here's the greater than symbol. Number 2 says compare the two numbers by using the symbols less than, greater than, or equal. Write the correct symbol in the circle. This number is written in word form, 602,473. And this one is written in expanded form. It says 600,000 plus 50,000 plus 2,000 plus 700 plus 7. It helps me to solve if I write both numbers in standard form. So here is 602,473 in standard form. And this one, they put the values together to make 652,707. That's what this is in standard form. Then you can look at the greatest place value first. We have 600,000 and 600,000. Since the value of the largest unit is the same, I compare the next largest unit, the 10,000s. This one has 0 10,000s. This one has 5 10,000s. 0 10,000s is less than 5 10,000s. So 602,473 is less than 652,707. I record the comparison symbol for less than to complete my answer. Okay, turn the page. Let's see what's next. Number 3 says Jill has $1,462, Adam has $1,509, Christina has $1,712, and Robin has $1,467. Arrange the amounts of money in order from greatest to least. Then name who has the most money. So $1,462, they placed the digits in this place value chart. 1 in the thousands, 4 in the hundreds, 6 in the tens, 2 in the ones, right? Then 1,509, put the digits in the place value chart. Then 1,712, they put the digits in the place value chart. And then the last number, 1,467, here's the digits in the place value chart. Listing the amounts of money in a place value chart helps me to see the values in each unit. So we start comparing at the greatest place value units. The thousands is the greatest value. They all have 1 in the thousands. That means we need to check the hundreds next. We have 4 in the hundreds, 5 in the hundreds, 7 in the hundreds, and 4 in the hundreds. So which one is the greatest? 7 in the hundreds. That means this amount, 1,712, would go first if we're listing them from greatest to least. So here they listed it first. Then which one would come next? We already used this one. So after 700s, the next greatest is 500s. So this one would come next in the list, 1,509. So here they next. So this one is used. Now, what comes next? This one has 4 in the hundreds, and this one has 4 in the hundreds. So how do we find out what comes next? We need to go to the next place value column. Go to the tens. Well, this one has 6 tens, and this one has 6 tens. It's the same again. So we need to check the ones place. This one has 2 ones, this one has 7 ones. I know that 2 ones is less than 7 ones. That means this one comes next. 1,467, and that's why they wrote it here. That means the one that's the least is 1,462. So that one's written last. Notice these comparison symbols in between. 1,712 is greater than 1,509, and 1,509 is greater than 1,467, and 1,467 is greater than 1,462. Next, we have to name who has the most money. So the one that was the greatest was 1,712. Who had that amount of money? Look back up to the problem. 1,712, that was Christina. So the answer statement says Christina has the most money. Okay, time to work on our problems. On page 25, number 1, label the units in the place value chart. Draw place value discs to represent each number in the place value chart. Use less than, greater than, or equal to compare the two numbers. Write the correct symbol in the circle. Okay, we have 909,013 and 90,013. First, we write our place value words on the top of the chart. Ones, tens, I'm going to abbreviate hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, 100,000s, and millions. Draw the discs for each place value column. Pause the video, draw your discs, and then press play when you're ready to check your work. My discs are done. I have 9 in the 100,000s, 0 in the 10,000s, 9 in the thousands, 0 in the hundreds, 1 in the tens, 3 in the ones. How did you do? Now work on 90,013. Draw your discs. Pause the video, and then press play when you're ready to check your work. Are you ready? I have nothing in the 100,000s, 9 discs in 10,000s, nothing in the thousands, nothing in the hundreds, 1 in the tens, 3 in the ones. Now we compare. We start with the greatest place value. The greatest place value for these numbers, we have the 100,000s. Now look, on the top number, there are 9 discs in the 100,000, and on the bottom number, there's 0. Which one is greater, 9 or 0? That's right, it's 9. That means the first number, 909,013, is greater than 90,013. We need to write the correct symbol in the circle. Which symbol? Remember, this way means it's less than, this way is greater than. That means we're writing is greater than. All right, let's look at letter B. 210,005 and 220,005. You need to put the place values at the top of the chart and draw your discs for both numbers and get ready to compare. Pause the video and then press play after you have your chart. Here's what mine looks like. I have for the top number, 2 in the hundred thousands, 1 in the 10,000s, no thousands, no hundreds, no tens, and 5 ones. And for the bottom number, I have 200,000s, 2 10,000s, no thousands, no hundreds, no tens, and 5 ones. Now we need to compare. Where do we start looking? Do we look at the ones? Nope. We need to start at the greatest place value. For these numbers, the greatest place value is the hundred thousands place. This one has 2 in the hundred thousands, and this one has 2 in the hundred thousands. When they're the same, then we need to go to the next greatest. So we check the 10,000s. This one has 1, this one has 2. That means the first number is less than the second number. 1 is less than 2 in the 10,000s place. So we need to put the symbol for less than. Think about which way it goes. Remember these? Is less than. So it goes this way. All right, let's turn the page. Number 2A, we have 501,107 and 89,171. We need to compare and write less than, greater than, and equal to in the bubbles to show the comparison. So let's look at these two numbers. Remember, we start in the greatest place value. I look at this number. The greatest place value is the hundred thousands place. This number has 500 thousands. How many hundred thousands does this number have? Look carefully. There are no hundred thousands. The greatest place value in this number is the 8 and the 10,000s. So should we put less than, greater than, or equal to? 501,107 is greater than. It goes this way. All right, for letter B, we have a number in expanded form and a number in word form. We need to rewrite them in standard form. This says 300,000 plus 50,000 plus 1,000 plus 800. What number would that be in standard form? Let's figure it out. 300,000. So I put a 3 in the hundred thousands place. And then 50,000 means we have a 5 in the 10,000s place. And then 1,000 means a 1 in the thousands place. Don't forget your comma. Next, we have 800. That means 8 in the hundreds place. Well, how many tens and how many ones are there in this number? I don't see anything written here that's tens and ones. That means there are 0 tens and 0 ones. So we need to put zeros for the tens and the ones. Now let's read the word form over here and rewrite it into standard form. It says 605,908. Let's start with this first part, 605,000. Think about what that should look like. 605,000. I don't hear any 10,000s in this number. 605 looks like this. 605,000. That means that's where we're going to put our comma. 605,000. Now let's look at the rest. 908. What will that part look like? Finish the number. 605,908. It looks like this. Now it's time to compare. Remember to start by looking at the greatest place value. In these numbers, the greatest place value is the hundred thousands place. Look at the hundred thousands, compare them, decide, should you write less than, greater than, or equal in that circle? Well, I see that 300 thousands is less than 600 thousands. So I'm going to put less than. Which way does the symbol go for less than? It looks like this. All right, now you have some more problems that you could try on your own if you like. You can do it. I'll see you next time.